Alright, how's it going everyone? Derek here. I figured for today's video we could keep it simple. I'll be doing an unboxing for the mystery box Revive sent me for February and March, I believe. The box does look semi-open, so I hope nothing was taken, but we'll see what's inside. I also figured we could talk a little bit about values while I open the box and how it kind of ties into the story of me and my wife rescuing a skunk from our local park, which I think is a pretty cool story, to be honest. So yeah, let's get right into it. The reason I wanted to talk about values today is because values can be pretty important. Let's start with what values are. Basically, they're an internalized cognitive structure that help us determine it helps us create basic principles of what's right and wrong and what's important to us and things like that. In other words, it's basically what do we find important in life. And the reason why I was bringing it up for today is because it kind of goes hand in hand with the whole rescuing the skunk. For me, the reason I went to therapy was to help other people. And of course, it doesn't just extend to people, it extends to most life forms. I used to be a vegetarian for I think it was 7 years maybe. But yeah, the importance of value in the field of therapy though is because sometimes we want to make changes in our lives and our life doesn't always necessarily align with our values and what we're doing with it, and we can go through what's called cognitive dissonance, and that's when things don't align. And so because of that, sometimes we end up lying to ourselves that it's not something we really want, or we justify certain actions or behaviors because they don't match our values. And so what I would hope is for you guys to actually kind of, maybe if you can, take a step back and reflect a little bit on what your values for life are, whether it's family, financial stability, mental health, anything that can be of importance to you. That could be many things. So yeah, with that being said, let's open this box and let's see what's inside. Obviously it's a mystery to me, so I'm not going to be seeing what's in it. You guys will see it first. Okay, I feel a deck. I guess we could take that one out first. Ooh, gray ply. Nice. It's at 8.125 because I am trying to move up in size, so we'll see how that goes. Sick. Oh, I like this graphic. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Dungeons and Dragons, which is pretty cool because I just finished watching the 4th season of Stranger Things, which is very Dungeons and Dragons themed. I'll definitely be rocking this one at some point. I think I need to get new trucks that would actually fit better with that 8.25, but we'll see. And the rest is, of course, grip tape and some stickers. Let's see, pizza stickers, some Force, Revive stickers, and a note from Brian. It says, Derek, hope all is well, dude. Brian Ams. This is one of the reasons why I like Revive, and that is because they sometimes will do a really cool custom note in there with your order, and that really shows that they care for their community and the people that support their skate shop. So I'll definitely be leaving a link down to their online skate shop, there we go, which is called the Shred Quarters. They're, like I've said before, their boards are pretty good quality. I would say they're just about as good as any other pro brand that you might be riding. So of course there's some that integrate different technologies and things like that, like slick bottoms and carbon. This is just your traditional 7-ply, which is again good enough for many people and many of the pros that they have on their teams. So why don't I just throw up the videos of the rescue and the skunk and talk about what that experience was like. So basically at the end of February of 2023, I was super stressed out with work and decided to take a mental health day for myself and go skate. When I got to the skate park, I was doing my own thing, and some guy approached me in their BMX bike and was like, dude, there's a skunk in the bowl, you gotta check it out. Me being the curious person that I am, I did, and saw that the skunk was still alive and wanted to help. So at first I called pest control, who told me they were gonna charge me $500 and extra if the person was sprayed, and also the person wouldn't be able to go until the middle of the day, which by that point the little guy probably would have died of dehydration. When I called the animal sanctuary of Austin, they told me that they didn't do any pickups, they only did drop-offs. So at that point I decided to take matters into my own hand. I drove home, my wife was there, and she got roped into it, made a cardboard shield, which you guys just saw, it got sprayed, used a broomstick and a rope, tried to pass the rope through the broomstick at the end of it, but I couldn't, so I used an elastic from a COVID mask. And of course, because it's an elastic, it stretches, so the skunk kept getting loose and spraying me. At that point, my wife had the great idea of emptying out a recycling bin, putting it in the bowl, and cornering the skunk into the recycling bin, which is what we ended up doing to get it out of the bowl and release it safely into the woods by the skate park. So that was pretty much it, which was really cool. With that being said, let's get some skating in.